that they're paid by a con.
See all those John Cena shirts?
Quite a few in the crowd there.
Oh my God.
Those shirts, yeah.
I wish I could get the merchandise numbers. This guy, that guy probably made more tonight. What do you think, in the history of wrestling, than 90% of wrestlers made in their entire career?
Bronson Reed hits a tsunami on Roman Reigns and pins him.
Yes.
Which is very, very big news. Roman laid down the law, lectured them, gave them a piece of his mind. Finally looks at Jimmy and says, I love you. Looks at Jay, I love you, but I don't want to see y'all till Christmas.
Yes.
John Cena versus AJ Styles.
Oh my God.
This is so much fun.
John Cena was going to pay tribute to all of his favorite opponents. And since AJ is retiring next year, he was also paying tribute to all of his favorite wrestlers.
Yes.
But it was interesting that they had no problem talking about Walls of Jericho and Chris Jericho. And I don't know what Jericho's going to do, but like, they just made him a lot of money tonight. So good for that guy.
I think the biggest pop, maybe in the entire history of Australia, Cena grabs AJ for the Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
Place goes apeshit. Just apeshit. And he hits the move, and AJ kicks out, and they're down on the mat, and the fans all bust out the fireflies and the cell phones, and they're singing about having the whole world in his hands. Cena was genuinely touched by that. That meant a lot to him.
Io Sky was fucking incredible in this match. And then she got in there with Asuka, and I'm pretty sure that Asuka versus Io on this show was the best wrestling I have seen in WWE all year. If these guys are going to do a singles match at WrestleMania, it needs to be the main event of one of the nights.
Yeah.
And it needs to be for the title.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything wrong, but it was an old school WWE main event following a modern 2025 wrestling show.
Yeah.
And it just felt so slow.
It was a TNA show. There's no doubt about that.
It certainly was.
There was some great stuff.
Yep.
There was some horrible stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There was some mind-blowingly stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Superplex into a double cradle. The ref counts a 3, and the fans are furious. For the first time ever, we have a tie! Now the fans are even more furious.
Yep.
They're screaming bullshit. They're booing. These guys start fighting over the trophy. This was the worst match I have seen this year from a major promotion.
In between the moves, you know, the music between the notes, the music shut off.
Yeah.
They had to like stop and think. Somebody pushed the jukebox over.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
They did War Games right. For perhaps the first time in TNA history. I don't think WWE ever has, really. They did War Games right.
So we go to Javon and Leon, okay? And these goddamn lights go out. You were like, oh my God.
But I believe my exact words were, it better not be Dark State.
Those, I believe, were your words.
Yes.
What actually made me mad was I went on Twitter to see everybody's reactions. If you're one of them, I'm sorry, but hear me out before you quit this site. If I hear one more fucking fan say, oh, these guys are the future, that fucking made me mad.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, it's fucking bad enough that we got these old fuckers in wrestling who think that you can't push these guys because they're only 21 years old. Now the fans have all bought into this. They're the future. 4 or 5 years down the road, they're going to be something. That's the reason you guys got this shit finish. Is because now fans are accepting of it. Oh, it's okay. They're the future. Fuck that. These two fucking guys should be the now. But to see the fans like go along with it, oh, they'll be there someday. It's like these fans are like, they're like 85. Oh, one of these days they'll be doing some moves somewhere. God damn it. Anyway, at least I got that out of the way. So that was the best match on the show, even with that fucking finish.
Yeah.
But they're too young.
Time for one final table.
Thank God.
And Jeff goes to the senton. He undershoots his target severely. It appeared his head smacked the bottom rung of this ladder.
It had to have, because he kept checking the back of his head.
He was checking the back of his head to see if it was bleeding. Thank God the table broke his fall, so he didn't just strike the ladder straight on. But he dropped his guard. He looked at them and sent the message, just get it over with. Mm-hmm. And out of respect, They threw the chairs down, picked him up in the sky, they double spine busted him through the table. They did what they could. It's 2025 in the Dudleys, for God's sake.
I thought, hey, listen, the main event is worth watching, everybody.
There was infuriating stuff in the show and mind-boggling stuff in the show and just outright wretched stuff in the show.
It was a TNA show.
I'm giving it a thumbs up.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe it.
Here after a week of birthdays, how was your birthday, Sean?
Pretty good. And I've already worked off the potato chips I got, too. It's been pretty good.
Potato chips?
My parents are taking me to Red Robin on Saturday.
Bridger bought him a bag of his favorite potato chips. They're hard to find on the West
Are you turning
Coast.
12 or what are we? You know who hates Red Robin? Hanalei. Hates that bird. Hates him.
The bird?
Yeah, they have a robin in Red Robin. And he just looks at you. She did not like that guy one bit.
On the Facebook, it reads, what is something that you feel everyone has done, but you have never done?
Drink bottled water.
You've never
bought one, never drank one.
You've never in 96 years drank out of a bottle of water.
I'm 37 years old. I have never successfully snapped my fingers.
What? I can even do this one.
We can all join the righteous now.
Dude, I think we're cooler than them. Tom Baker says he has never eaten a pork chop.
Good. All right, let's give this pork chop a try. Juicy, a little smoky on the edges. That sear is perfect. Definitely worth the extra minute in the pan.
I think Granny's trying to send us a message.
What are you doing, Granny? Granny. She disconnected?
Brian,
Yeah.
can I take this off and go in the kitchen for a minute?
Okay, so let me get this straight. So you were off the show, you couldn't hear us, but you stuck around, and now that it's your turn, now you're going to leave?
Guessing she needs a drink of water or something.
No, she's got some gimmick. It's got to be. Which begs the question why she didn't...
Did she forget her hat?
Maybe she has a man over.
Maybe there is a man over.
She cursed again. You need to leave.
She's rolling back into frame here.
Did she grab anything?
It doesn't look like it.
I'm telling you, she needed water.
I'm back.
You sure are.
Okay, and...
Let's see.
Hold on a second. What did you have to do in the kitchen that we just stopped the entire show for 3 minutes?
I'm not telling.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Definitely a man over.
What? Is there a man over there?
Yes, I had to hide him in the closet.
Wouldn't be the first time. How in the fuck did we just this weekend
Yes.
watch the final match of the Dudley Boys in TNA, and then we watched the show from 20 years ago this week, and there's a fucking funeral for the Dudley Boys?
That's right. It was better than Triple H having sex with a mannequin.
When Storm had his pants down next to the casket, I thought that's what they were going to go for.
This was the only thing on the show that I actively thought was bad.
Renee tries to interview Chris Statlander and Tony Storm, who have a contest to see who can get the most naked. So Statlander goes, and she cuts this comic book villain promo. I am a killer, as dangerous as the cosmos are large.
What? It was way, way too cornball for me. And ultimately, the most important thing is, when it was over, I had zero interest in the match whatsoever. Didn't even want to watch it. Yeah, someone goes cinema. Wasn't that like a thing that people made fun of just a couple of years ago, this idea that wrestling is cinema? There was an attempt at cinema. And I thought it crashed and burned. Didn't like it.
And speaking of cinema, Darby Allin and Jon Moxley do their face-to-face.
Yeah, but this was good cinema.
They're in prison.
They're it appeared to be the county jail.
Yes, and there was a pane of glass between them. They had the voice gimmick thing, but they could, like a speaker, so they could hear each other.
I thought this was a very good promo because it's the same thing we always see with Moxley, but now Darby's doing it. Moxley's basically telling him, I'm not the enemy you need to defeat. The enemy is yourself. And as we'll get to later, Darby is basically telling you, just like Moxley used to do, he is telling you what's going on in the story and how it is going to end. Well, the real story here is Roosh. As frickin' Roosh jumps in the ring and his knee pad gets caught on the ropes and he takes a bump, an accidental bump, and frickin' dislocates his elbow. And this dude who never sells, he is in pain. And this frickin' dude pops his own elbow back into the socket,
Jeebus.
hits the ring, and does all of the spots that he's supposed to do. So I was asking around, like, nobody knew. And finally I found somebody, and they told me the story. And it was just crazy. He popped his elbow back in. And then, next day, gets on a flight and flew to Mexico to wrestle L.A. Park and his 2 kids.
What an insane person.
He is a madman.
A true lunatic.
Yeah. I don't know if something happened in the back this afternoon, but this show, I've reviewed it several times now. It's really weird. Like, it's very repetitive. They had 4 post-match attacks. Do a match, big angle afterwards. Do a match, big angle. They had 4 afterwards and 1 before. So 5 times on this show they did the exact same thing. And it felt like, I mean, did something happen and they had to throw this thing together at the last second? Or, I don't know, man. It was weird. This was a weird episode of Dynamite. It was not on the high end of shows. By the way, you know who the head writer of NXT is?
Shawn Michaels.
Nope.
No.
You're not gonna believe this.
Jeremy Borash.
His name is Johnny Russo.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not aware.
We have another Russo booking professional wrestling. And I'm not sure how long he's been doing it, but now he may have to start getting my wrath because some of the booking on this show was just so stupid. Overall, it was better than usual, but there was some stupid stuff on this show.
Vic Joseph, pro wrestling commentator, asked his partner Booker T, what does Briggs need to do to get back in title contention? Win! He must win wrestling matches! What a dumb question.
Even though, like, Cardona is an outsider, they saw him as, like, the big star. And he hits all his big moves, and finally Briggs hits a big boot, and he pins him, and you can just hear this crowd, like, we're just like, what? Matt Cardona got beat? It's like, yeah, he doesn't work here, dude. He's just a fella. But, like, they saw him as a bigger star than, like, anyone else on this show. Dude, this whole segment was the stupidest segment I've ever seen. Leon and Javon had a match for the X title at the TNA pay-per-view, right?
Correct.
They go to a draw. Santino says 5 more minutes. Idiots run in. There's no finish. Any fucking competent booker would put together Leon Slater versus Javon Evans. With everyone banned from ringside, there must be a winner. So instead of doing a deserved rematch between Leon Slater and Javon Evans for the TNA X Division title, instead it is Leon Slater versus Stax for the X Division title. And Javon doesn't even care.
No worries.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
The fact that this had the TNA and the NXT and the Evolve women all involved, I didn't have high hopes for this. But they made it through.
Yeah.
And Ren Sinclair is on the apron.
Yeah.
And the Inspiration's trying to get her.
Yeah.
And she runs this way. They block her. And she runs this way. And they block her. And she's going to grab the ring post and she's going to spin around it to get to the apron on the other side. Fucking goes spinning and flies off in outer space.
Yeah.
Crashes on the ground. I did get it confirmed that was an accidental elimination.
I'm sure.
She was not supposed to slip.
I could tell by the way she was laughing on the
She
ground.
was howling when she landed on the ground.
Yes.
But this was funny.
Tatum Paxley wins. This place goes insane. A wrestling show ended on a happy note. Doesn't happen very often anymore.
Well, it did, except for the culling. They're not happy with this Lyra Valkyra. That show that we just reviewed, where I buried half of it, was better than it's been.
That was the best show in weeks.
God help me.